There is only one factor in wholesaling real estate that I need to know. Only one KPI, only one thing I have to ask any wholesaler in the entire country for me to personally know if you're a successful wholesaler or a unsuccessful wholesaler. If you're on the right journey to make six figures or if you're on the wrong journey. A lot of people think that question is how much money are you spending? What guru is teaching you wholesaling, or how smart you are, how tall you are, what's your gender, what's your ethnicity, what none of that stuff. That's so stupid. Okay. There is one simple thing I have to ask every wholesaler to determine if they're on the right path or not. Whenever I talk to a 7-6 figure wholesaler, heck, a wholesaler that even just got a deal, they all did this one thing. And the ones that are in the guru hamster wheel, the trap, that this is a curse word to them. And everyone thinks I'm talking about marketing. This is not a marketing video. This is not an acquisitions video. This is not a dispositions video. This is none of that stupid stuff. Let me tell you something. One key factor, one KPI that I only need to know. So I'm just letting everybody know. There's only one KPI that I need to know when I talk to a wholesaler. Like, guys, I'm quick to the point. I talk to somebody and they're like, oh, wholesaling sucks. Oh, my guru told me I'm bad. Oh, they're crying. I just got to ask one question. And that's how I know if you are actually on the right path or not. And this is something that's going to hurt a lot of people's souls. There's one factor I have to ask. And I'm going to reveal it right now. There's no gimmicks, no clickbait. This is it. Offers. All right. I just revealed it. Okay. If you're a wholesaler and I ask you how many offers you made last month, I'll know exactly to a T, roughly, okay, probably to a decent factor how many deals you made. It's very simple, okay? There's quality of offers, there's quantity of offers, there's all these things. But the one KPI you need to understand today is offers. And that's not a sexy video. I know it's not a sexy thing to say, but this is the one sole factor KPI I need to know if you're going to be a successful wholesaler or not. And so what I'm going to do today is going to really honestly break down how you can make more offers. That will make you more successful. So when I do a one-on-one, I say, hey, why are you successful? Why are you not successful? This will be the thing. Okay. Offers in wholesaling real estate is what the wholesaling real estate game comes down to. It really comes down to this. Are you making offers or are you not making offers? I know everybody thinks the wholesaling game is determined on how much marketing we do, how cool I look, how king, awesome closer type guy I am, how good of a dispo person I am. It's some of that stupid stuff. It means nothing to me. Okay. None of that. It literally means zero to me. What I care about is how many offers you're making. I can deduce your dispositions. I can deduce how much net operating money you make. I can know how much marketing you do, all from the offers. And all I have to ask is the quality of offers and the quantity of offers. And what I'm going to break down today is how you can do the right amount of offers, the perfect quality, so you can actually become successful. I want you to understand this. This is something no real estate wholesaling YouTuber will ever say. No one will ever say this on the internet except for me, because I'm the only person not trying to steal 10 grand from you right now on a call. Okay. I'm just telling everybody, I want everyone to have the equal footing on the ground here. This is the only thing you're going to see on YouTube. Outside the Ginn name, there's no one else that's ever going to talk about this. Okay. When I talk to broke wholesalers, they always make no offers. It's always, I can't make any offers. Oh, wholesaling sucks. Oh, marketing's terrible. My market's saturated. Broke wholesalers make no offers. You can debate me on this. You can fight me on this all day. You can say whatever you want. But broke wholesalers make no offers. They'll make excuses why they can't make offers. They will never, ever make any offers. Rich, successful wholesalers make a ton of offers. It's very, very, very difficult. I want everyone to think about this for a second. It's extremely difficult to become a broke wholesaler that makes a ton of quality offers. Think about that really quick right here. Okay. It is very, very, very difficult to be a broke wholesaler that makes a ton of offers. Think about that. So if you want to be a successful, Guys, you're not watching this because you think I have a sexy face and I have the beautiful flowing hair. It's not that, okay? It's not that I have this radio voice. It's because you're here because I can get you rich. I'm going to tell you exactly how you can use the power of wholesaling real estate to make hundreds of thousands of dollars this year. That's why you're listening to me, so you can make a ton of money. You're not listening to me because of how cool I am. You're listening because I can get you rich. And if you're listening to me because you want to get rich, I ain't going to give you the sexy info that's going to get clicks and all. I'm giving the stuff you need to hear because I need you to get rich right now. I don't care about anything else. And yes, hey, you make more money in wholesaling, you send me more deals, that's great. You know, I do more wholesaling deals myself, makes the gurus cry at night a little more. It's a win-win for everyone, right? But what I really want to do today is show you how to increase the amount of offers you're making, but also how to increase the amount of quality offers. The difference between bad offers and good offers, so you know the difference. And I think so many wholesalers don't know the difference between that. It's very sad, but I want you to really start making this difference. And so what we're going to do today is break this down and get it all together and really share exactly how you can do it the right way. Now, the first thing I have to tell you before I get into it is you need to go to freewholesaling.com. It is my free wholesaling course. I want you to understand, if everyone can know how to make offers, know how I can do everything, but if you don't go to my free wholesaling course, freewholesaling.com, you're not going to learn how to market. You're not going to learn how to have a conversation with a seller. You're not going to learn what a cash buyers. Heck, if you're watching this, you don't even know what wholesaling real estate is. You just heard I can make hundreds of thousands of stinking dollars on this. Like, what? You're going to have to learn your ABCs. Okay. So if anything I say in this video today is confusing, anything I say, you got to go to the free wholesaling course. Just so you know, just ask anybody in the comments. It's a course that costs $0. It's completely free, and it'll teach you how to get rich in wholesaling. Then you can come back to this video and learn more fundamental stuff of what's working currently in the real estate wholesaling industry. So if you want to learn if you don't even know what an offer is in wholesaling, you need to go to freewholesaling.com. So let's talk about this and let's get into the reasons how. So number one, how do you make more offers? This is pretty simple, but you just do more marketing. I think this is the first thing. I know sounds stupid, simple. I know it seems really easy to say, but it's the honest truth. Like, if you want to make more offers to your motivated sellers, you're just going to have to do more marketing. It's simple. The more shots you shoot in basketball, the more points you usually get statistically, right? And so if you want more opportunities to score in the net, right? Like, you want to score more goals, you're probably going to take more shots. It's simple. Okay. Now, if you do terrible shots all the time, like, of course you're not going to make any, right? But like, I mean, you eventually do, you probably make some, right? But here's the cool part, and here's the part no one ever talks about. But if you just can get in front of the net more and you have some skills, which I told you to go to freewholesaling.com because you'll learn those skills, you do more marketing, you'll make more money. Simple as that. So just understand this. More marketing, more money, and usually more deals. So like, here's a simple equation I have, and I make this equation simple, but like, the more marketing I do, so the more cold calling, the more texting I do, the more drawing for dollars, reverse drawing for dollars, direct mail, whatever type of marketing I teach you guys how to do at freewholesaling.com, the more marketing I do usually leads to more leads. These are more people that want to sell the property. So I ask a bunch of people, hey, you want to sell your house? So more people say, yeah, I actually am looking to sell my property. Hey, I actually am looking to sell my house. Okay. Well, that's going to lead me to making more offers, which is the KPI I want. So if you're going out here and say, Zach, I'm making no offers, I know, so we're looking at this little chart I have below. You're clearly, I can't even dispute this. You're not marketing enough. And maybe you're marketing in the wrong spot. I know a lot of people that market a lot, but their main issue here is they don't market in the right channels or the right places. They're cold calling lists that don't work at all. They're doing the guru method where they're making offers on like MLS properties in like the worst areas where they have no buyers. It makes zero sense. And then you make more offers and you get more contracts. And usually the more contracts you get, the more assignments you make. And hey, ends up more money you got, right? And like this isn't a thing where it's like you got to spend a bunch of money to get rich here, right? Like, if you don't got much cash in the bank account, like you ain't got much money, you don't need to be spending money to do more marketing, right? Like, in marketing, you either put in money to get more leads and to do marketing, or you put in more time. And so I prefer, you put time. Time's going to be more valuable than the cash. I don't care what you do, because at least you can drive for dollars and reverse drive for dollars. And that's just bread and butter stuff right there. You got no cash, right? You can cold call probates with cost $0, right? Use Google Voice. It doesn't matter the money you're spending here. And I think that's something you guys have to understand. There's people that make videos who are like, you got to spend 20 grand a month to really be a successful guy or gal out here. It's completely false. Okay. You just got to market. And marketing is not how much money you spend. All right. I would say how much money you're spending if I really want to get into it, but it's not about the marketing you're spending. It's about exactly to a T how many leads you have. The more leads you got, more offers, more contracts, more assignments, and more money, more cash in your bank account. Okay. This is a key part to making more money. Now, when we market more, we get more offers, which is great. But here's a very important part too. Some of you guys are doing terrible shots. And what does that mean? Yeah, maybe the ball goes in the net and we score, but the score doesn't matter. So let me talk about this, right? Number two, to be more successful in this realm, you have to make lower offers. And what I mean by making lower offers, right? If I get an offer accepted on an average wholesaling deal, I'm probably going to make, at the end of it, if it's a decent deal, I got a buyer, I got all this stuff lined up, and I do everything I teach at freewholesaling.com so you don't lose a deal. Because if you think you're too good for freewholesaling.com, you end up losing a deal because I say stuff in freewholesaling.com I sometimes don't say on the YouTube channel because it's not sexy stuff on YouTube. But I tell you, hey, don't do this or you'll lose your deal. And after doing 2,000 plus wholesaling deals, I know it works and doesn't, and teaching hundreds of thousands of people how to do this, right? But you should make lower offers. Why should you make lower offers? If you know how to make low offers the right way, your average deal ain't going to be 10 grand. It's going to be 20 grand. You can easily double the amount you make per deal by just making an offer. It's literally the same type of offer, the same script, same thing, but just making the price lower. Here's the truth. I personally don't know how to read minds. I would love to know how to read a mind. If I could, I'd make more money in wholesaling. I'd probably use it for that. But if I could read minds, that'd be great. I would know exactly what the lowest price my seller has. But unfortunately, I'm just a mortal human being and I don't know how to do that. So I will always assume my seller wants to sell the property for $70,000 below my MAO every time. I'm just going to stupidly assume that. And guess what happens when I'm that naive and stupid? I make stupid lowball offers. And I don't get offended because I think that's what they want to sell it for. If they get offended, I blame my partner. I use the good cop, bad cop strategy, which we teach inside of freewholesaling.com, my free wholesaling course. Did I mention it's free? It costs $0. Why are you even that stupid, stinking thing? Because I do the one-on-ones and you guys end up getting a $40,000 deal and you blow the deal because you didn't go to freewholesaling.com. Why? Because you're not willing to put your time in to actually get yourself rich and your family rich. It makes me crazy. But make lower offers. Guys, I always say something. What kind of offer should I make? How much should I do? What's a low offer? You just go for no. We always say this here, and it's the truth in wholesaling real estate, but go for no. Your offer needs to scare the snot out of you. It needs to make you a little nervous, and it needs to have the seller say no. You want to get a no. I know this is the only YouTube channel when it comes to wholesaling real estate that will ever talk about this. But when you talk to a motivated seller, you actually want them to say no to you because that means you went for the lowest possible. You squeezed the most out of the deal. And when you do that, I promise you, maybe for one deal, it doesn't seem like a lot, but they counter it, you get a low price, you go to the next one, you go to the next deal. And over a year, you'll make an extra 40, 50, 60. Heck, some people make an extra $1 million from the strategy. Usually an extra 60 grand for the average wholesaler that's doing well. And heck, just because you follow my advice, you make an extra $60,000, $70,000. Wow, who knew? But it's honestly true that doing that stuff will actually lead to that success. So you need to go out here and just go for that no. If you go for the no, you'll actually be successful. Number three, this is an important one, but get comfortable being uncomfortable. A lot of wholesalers don't like to market more. They don't like to make lower offers. They don't like to get out of their comfort zone. A lot of wholesalers don't want to reverse drive for dollars because they're scared someone's going to run out of the house and say, "What are you doing putting a sticky note on my door? Ah, screw you, man. You're a poopy head." And, they say other words. I think I can read between the lines what they say. And you guys are so offended of what somebody else is going to think about you. Someone curses at you over the phone. All these things. Guys, it doesn't matter. All right. I want everybody to care. Nobody cares. Okay. Everyone could say something mean to you, but they really don't mean it. They don't know you. All right. The best analogy, the best thing I can always tell you is whenever somebody says mean to something on me on the internet, and I got hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers throughout all the channels and stuff, and I get mean comments, all I always reply back for is my mom thinks I'm cool, my dog thinks I'm cool, my sister's cat thinks I'm cool. And guess what happens? You have nothing to say after that. If my sister's cat thinks I'm cool because I give it treats, then that's all that matters, because that cat knows me better than you know me. And that's why I don't care what your opinion is. It's the truth. So you guys have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. This is a big, important thing. I want you to understand that you cannot grow by being comfortable. Growth always comes when you go out here and become uncomfortable. Making more offers is very uncomfortable. Marketing more becomes uncomfortable. Heck, even going on a one-on-one, talking to me in front of the whole audience is uncomfortable. I get it. It's very uncomfortable. You can get self-conscious, all these things. But once you know one day you're going to die, and it doesn't really matter because everyone's going to forget about you after you're dead, who cares what you're doing now? All right? Like, who cares? Go out here and make a life better for you and your family and your financial freedom. And the first step of that is doing more marketing, because the more marketing, like I always say, is going to lead to more wholesaling deals. And the more wholesaling deals you get, the more money. And that's what I'm here for. Okay. I'm here to get you more deals, but you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. It's called growing pains. It's going to hurt, but with that growth, you're going to end up being bigger, stronger, and way better than ever before. Guys, going out here and doing more marketing, doing all these more difficult things, it's not a muscle that you get to grow, right? It's a mental muscle. And that mental muscle gets stronger every single day. Guys, when I cold call, before I started cold calling 5 hours a day, 5 days a week for a year's strength, my muscles in my mind for cold calling were very tiny. Okay, they weren't strong. But guess what? I lifted the weights in my mind. I got mentally stronger. And I was already kind of mentally strong, I would say, roughly for the average 18-year-old. But it was insane after that, because nothing could really faze me. I was in my own mindset that every single time I called, I got closer to my goal of financial freedom, not being a bag boy ever. And I put myself in the mindset of, what is more uncomfortable, scooping dookie off a toilet at the local grocery store or calling? Calling is way less uncomfortable than that. It's embarrassing, guys. It's embarrassing wearing that apron. Guys, trust me, it's not fun. It's embarrassing. No point making minimum wage. I knew that wasn't the life that I deserved. And so when I put myself in that mindset, I didn't get uncomfortable. Okay. And I want you to understand, when I cold called, I had, I think I moved it, but I had my, it's on you. I'll show you later. But I basically had my bag boy name tag. And I always stared at it. I always looked at it. It was my bag boy name tag. And that stupid little bag boy name tag, I cannot stress this enough. I got to show it somewhere. I was rearranging this the other day. But I looked at that stinking bag boy name tag every single time I cold called, and I didn't want to cold call. I didn't want to market more. I didn't want to make an offer. I didn't want to do anything that seemed uncomfortable. I looked at that name tag. I visualized myself if I quit wholesaling and I had to go back to that minimum wage job for the rest of my life, working 60 hours a week, making 40, 50 grand a year. Like, is that what I want to do? Is that comfortable? Is that really more comfortable than cold calling? I told myself no. I told myself the hard work and dedication I'm doing now is temporary. That grind I was doing was temporary. Yeah, I don't cold call 5 hours a day anymore, right? I got a lot more better stuff to do. I make a lot more money now, right? But the truth is, I was uncomfortable, but I chose to be uncomfortable. And eventually now I'm comfortable all the time, right? Even when I cold call live, I'm having fun, because the muscles in my brain to call, the muscles in my brain never. I go back into a place, if I don't call, I have to go back being a bag boy. And that pain was so bad for me of working that job and knowing what that lead to for the rest of my life. I visualized myself having kids and not ever being able to go to their sporting events or whatever it was, the recitals, I don't know, because I had to go work the grocery store. The pain of that in my mind was so severe. It was so much worse than the pain of cold calling that I wasn't scared at all. My fear of being broke was so much worse than my fear of cold calling. My fear of being broke was so much worse than my fear of being uncomfortable. And once you realize that the fear that you have in your mind right now of not being more, not being bigger, not making more money, you got to ask, are you more fearful of being broke or more fearful of that? I tell you 9 times out of 10, if you are sick and tired of being broke, you'll choose to be uncomfortable. And once you choose to be uncomfortable, you'll become unstoppable. All right? Nobody grows being in the same place. If you are 5'7" right now and you want to grow, do you grow by staying 5'7", or do you grow by being 5'8", 5'9", right? Or 5 feet and then 5'3", or whatever it is, right? You don't grow by being the same height. You grow by getting bigger. And the only way you get bigger is, genetically, right? You grow when you're little and you get bigger, right? But like mindset wise, right? You don't gain more muscles without working out or doing something to stimulate the muscles. And so everybody knows the muscles you stimulate, going to the gym, right? That's all great. But how do you stimulate the mind to get stronger? How do you stimulate your wholesaling skills? You got to exercise that muscle. And that muscle for wholesaling skills, that exercise for talking to sellers, for making more offers, doing more deals, becoming a better business person in wholesaling, it always comes from doing what you're doing, but more. I know it's stupid to say, but just do more. More marketing, more leads, more offers, more contracts, more cash buyers, more deals. I know it's simple, but my simple message for you today is just make more offers. And if you can figure out that little puzzle in your wholesaling business, you will make more money. You don't have to go on someone's $7,000 wholesaling program to go learn this. You don't have to go talk to me one-on-one for hours and hours and hours. You don't have to go invite me over to dinner and then, we talk shop and you try to get all the knowledge in my brain. What I tell you right now is the same thing I'll tell anyone. People invite me to dinners every single day. Okay, I've taken some people up on it, some high 6-figure wholesalers and 7-figure wholesalers, and everyone asks me how did you grow to multiple 7 figures in wholesaling? And it's always from one simple thing. It's so stupid, but I make more offers than the average wholesaler. I make more offers than you. Every single wholesaler, I make more money. I make more money than you. If I make more money than you, it's because I make more offers than you. And the wholesalers there's wholesalers out here that make more money than me. I've met a few of them. There's not many, but there are plenty I have in my Rolodex, and they make more offers than me. Their team makes more offers. Now, do I want to have 100 acquisitions agents and all that stupid crap? It's more like 20. No, that's not. I don't want to be in office 90 hours a week and all that. I can scale up by making more deals by doing JV deals and stuff like that. But no. Okay. The people that make more money than me make more offers, and the people that make less money than me make less offers. You got to understand that. All right. And so this is a simple fact this is why I love doing online stuff. And this is honestly a hobby for me, but this is a hobby that makes more money in wholesaling because I learn things. And one exact thing I always do is when I talk to a wholesaler that always complains of why everything stinks or they're not being successful, right? I figured this out a long time ago, but the amount of offers you make is directly correlated to the amount of money you made this year in wholesaling and the amount of money you will make. That's a simple thing. And there's only one thing I can tell you that will skew it, because I do get a small portion of wholesalers that like to be like, well, technically, Zach, I made 1,000 offers this month and I got no deals. And there's only one lesson that I can tell you about this that I know. It's quality beats quantity. All right. Quality beats quantity. All right. Let me explain this for a second. If I go tell you, you need to go out here and do, I tell you need to work out an hour a day. All right. And there's 2 people. Okay. There's the broke person and the rich person. I tell them you need to work out one day to make $1 million a year. You just have to do 1 hour a day. The broke wholesaler, this is what their mindset is okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk a minute, and then I'm going to take a water break for 45 minutes, and then I'm going to walk for another 10 minutes, and then take another 5-minute break, and then I'll walk for a minute, and that's about an hour. And then the rich wholesaler goes crazy and starts working out and does exercises and does like the Rock Dwayne The Rock Johnson workout and goes crazy and tired. I both told them to work out for an hour, but one person ended up becoming fit at the end of it, and the other person did not get fit at the end of it. Why? I told you to work out, and that's why, Zach, you told me to work out, and I worked out for an hour, and I don't have a six-pack abs. You have terrible advice, right? This is what I get all the time. I can't make everybody happy, okay? Make more offers. And those guys, what they do, they go straight to Zillow, and then they make offers. And this is their offer. It drives me up a wall, but it happens all the time. Zach, I made offers and I'm not successful. Okay, let me dial the FSBO. Okay, Zillow 471. All right. It's listed for $100,000. Would you take $10,000 for the house? Yes or no? No? Wasn't motivated. Next person listed for $200,000. I want to buy your house for $20,000. No? Zach, I made all the offers I can. I did everything. His advice sucks. I need to go buy the $10,000 course. This is what you got to understand. The quality of your offer is almost as important as the quantity you make. So we talk about, let's use soccer, for example, because I use American sports a lot. I have decent international audience, actually. If you go out here in soccer and you just make one goal a game and you're a player that's really good at it, one goal a game is amazing, okay? And if you focus on only making one shot per game, but that shot is so good, so calculated, so perfect that you get a goal a game, you're one of the best soccer players ever, right? Versus you being like in the midfield and you just shoot a random shot. Making a half court is stupid. So if I get the ball at half court, let's use basketball, and I try to shoot it. Oh, I made a shot. I shot the shot. Well, he shot it from half court. Duh ain't going to make them versus the guy that tries the layup. They both made shots. One person usually makes it over the other. It's all about the quality too. The point is not the shot, right? The offers are important, but it's how many offers you make. It's how many buckets go in the hoop, okay? And so if you do a layup versus a half court shot, obviously it's different, right? And so yes, I know I generally say to make more offers, but you need to make good offers, all right? And if you set up the offer terribly, you're just not going to get the offer done. So everyone sees me do FSBOs, and then they do FSBOs the wrong way. I'll talk to a FSBO. I'll build rapport with the FSBO. We'll talk about dogs. We'll talk about the neighbors. We'll do all these things before I even mention an offer. And I don't even go crazy into it first. I kind of get a rough feel for it, and then I get into it more. But I focus so hard on the qualifying with the deal, and then I build the rapport, and then I just set it up perfectly. And then boom, when I make that offer, it has the greatest chance of success of being accepted for the lowest price possible. So I make offers super low that have a high percentage of getting in. That's what I do. Okay. It's like a sharpshooter right there, right? So quality beats quantity. Okay. Don't make offers on bad leads that aren't coming from good sources. You need to understand this. When you talk to a qualified seller from a government list, it's going to be way better than doing an MLS offer, an on-market offer, a FSBO offer. That it just, you have to understand, the more accessible the list is to the public, the less quality that list usually is. And that's for really anything. Okay. So in my opinion, what is the greatest wholesaling list you could possibly get? There's about two. There's about the Drawing for Dollars list, because you have to earn that list. You just can't go out there and beg for the list, or what the list will just, like, you have to earn it, right? You can't go buy a Drawing for Dollars list. You have to go out here and earn it. And there's also the probate list, right? You can't go buy a probate list from a source, right? People claim they do, but they don't really work at all. You have to go out here and go to the government and get the information, and then Sheila's going to say no to you, and then you got to go back and maybe do a FOIA and do all this stupid, and then you get the list. The point is the average wholesaler just can't walk up and get it, right? That's what makes it valuable, scarcity, things like that. Less wholesalers that make offers and marketing to a list, that seller gets less wholesalers talking to them, the less people that talk to them, the better chance you're going to have a lot better shot at those 100 or 1,000 leads you're talking to, right? Versus if I'm doing an MLS or a FSBO where everyone and their mom can see the list, more people are going to make offers on it, which means it's less likely you're going to do well on that, right? So just what do I mean by this? don't make offers on bad leads or leads that go from good sources. I would say making 50 crazy qualified offers on Zillow for sale by owners is equal to making one really qualified appointment on a government list lead that you go talk to the seller in person. Think about that for a second. One lead from a government list is probably equal to about 50 FSBO offers. One offer from a government list is better than 50 FSBO offers. And so we're talking about like, what's the quality? Quality is super, super important too. If you can mix quality and quantity together, you're going to be unstoppable. But when you do a lot of quantity on stuff with bad quality, it's going to suck, right? Like, duh. But if you don't want to be at the point where you only go after quality and you just make no quantity, right? Like you just focus only on one, right? Oh, I made one offer this month, right? That's not going to do it. Oh, it's quality though. It's good, but you need to be higher than, like, you want the best of both worlds, like Hannah Montana says. The best of both worlds. You want the quality and the quantity together. And the most important part is if you can make offers, which is super important, but if you can do it on a long time horizon consistently, you'll win over time. Consistency breeds results. I don't care how much money you have right now. I don't care how much marketing you've done. I don't care any of this stuff. The man or woman who can consistently go out here and talk to sellers every single month will gain the skills every single month, better and better and better, where eventually, maybe they're months in it, they're not doing well. Something's going to click where they start doing better and better and better. They talk to me every single month. I don't have one wholesaler that's talked to me every single week or every other week for a year straight that hasn't made six figures. Never. It doesn't work like that, right? Eventually, you keep talking to me, you start doing what I say, you end up doing well. You have to shift strategies and all these things. But all the successful people they all consistently talk to me. You consistently talk to me, you get in my head. And I hate to say, like, if I talk to somebody once a week over a long enough time horizon, I'll get you to six figures. Everyone. Because I go to really any market, I can do that, right? And so the truth is I do that. I let everyone hop on a one-on-ones with me. I let everyone talk to me, right? And I know it's harder to talk to me now with the more followers I have, but like, I try to give everyone the equal footing opportunity. That's why I freelisting.com, all these things. But the truth is, you're never a quitter in wholesaling. You're never a loser in wholesaling until you quit. So don't be a loser. Just don't quit. You're never a loser if you don't quit. Losers lose because they choose to lose the game. You never lose wholesaling until you choose to lose. And that's the thing I want to let you guys know. You're never out. You're never down for the count in wholesaling. Every single day, it's a new day. The scoreboard goes back to zero. Yeah, maybe you didn't score anything today, but the score's zero. Nobody cares about your record. Nobody knows your record. I don't know how many offers you made this week. I don't know how much money you made. Like, really, I didn't see your HUDs. Nobody knows. Nobody cares. It's a new day. Consistency breeds results. So if you want results, you want the cash, you want all these great things wholesaling offers, consistently show up every single day. Why do you think every single day I consistently have my team market to sellers? Consistently go out here and do everything I possibly can. Everything I consistently can to help you become a better wholesaler. Why do I do this live stream every single Sunday throughout whatever I do? Why do I not stop doing it? Because I will consistently show up every single day and live stream for you. I'll consistently cold call for you guys live. I'll consistently keep the wholesaling business going, and I'll consistently go after it every single day and have the skills. Why do I have probably one of the greatest knowledge of wholesaling real estate in the entire country in the history of wholesaling real estate? Not because I started this business a year ago, 2 years ago, 3. I've been at this for over 7 years now. I've been in the wholesaling game for over 7 years doing 2,000 deals. I didn't get that overnight. 7 years is a long time in NFL or NBA standards, right? For wholesaling, it's nothing, right? I know you might see this young little face right here and think, oh, this guy's just a rookie. I'm 7 years in the game. Every single day from 7 years ago, it's eat, breathe, sleep, wholesaling houses. And I don't stop doing it. That's all I do. That's all I want to do. And that's all I want to help people do, become the best wholesaler possible. I want you to get rich in wholesaling real estate. I consistently think about this business. I consistently think of new strategies to make me more money and you more money and everyone more money. That's all I have in my mind. That's all I've ever been doing for 7+ years. I've consistently showed up every single day and never decided to quit. And that's why I'm at the point where I'm at. I make 7 figures. I am millionaire plenty of times over. Passive income up the wazoo from all the properties and all the investments I have, because I never decided to quit. And I consistently showed up every single morning, even when I didn't want to. Even when I didn't want to go out here and wholesaler work. I wasn't feeling it that day. I was a little tired. I didn't want to do it, but I showed up every single day because I knew my dad never quit on me. My mom never quit on me. My grandparents never quit on me. My great-grandparents never quit on my family. Nobody in my family ever quit on each other. Why am I going to be the person that quits on myself when everyone else believes in me? I can't. And remember, I will never quit on you. Why are you going to quit on me? I want you to understand this for 1 second. You cannot lose in this business if you quit. You can't lose in this business if you don't quit. And if I'm not quitting on you, why are you going to quit on me? I'm telling you, just keep hanging in there. You show up every single day and you do the things I teach you in freewholesaling.com. You will break that plateau. You will break into new strides in wholesaling. You will become rich beyond your wildest dreams. I cannot promise you you'll make all this cash by just sitting around doing nothing all day. But I promise you, if you consistently show up and do the work that you need to do in your business, you will eventually get to that point. Things will click. The skills will go up. You'll get better at talking to sellers. You never get worse at talking to sellers if you consistently show up and do it. You don't. You get better. And you end up making more money because of that. So don't quit. Don't stop. And you'll keep it going. I swear to you guys, you just can't quit. That's it. The wholesalers that get worse in this business are the ones that decide to give up and quit. You can't be doing it. That's not what it's all about. So guys, consistently show up, do the work. That's the KPI you guys got to focus on today. So remember, guys, if you want to learn wholesaling real estate, I have a free wholesaling course. It's called freewholesaling.com. You go there, you learn wholesaling for free. It costs no money. That's it. So let's get into it. Let's do some questions. Let's do a little bit Q&A. We'll do some one-on-ones too. Let me pop the StreamYard link on for everyone on here, and we'll talk. We'll see how I can make you a better wholesaler. And yeah, I'm excited. I love helping the people out. I love talking to you guys, seeing what I can do for you guys, and getting into it. So let's talk here. Let's see. Aaron says, can you do a video on the team you've built around the business? So I already have a video on that. It's in freewholesaling.com. You should go to freewholesaling.com. Let me give you something better. I just didn't show you who's on my team. I showed you how much I pay every single person on my team. Yeah, that's true. freewholesaling.com. All right. Let's see here. Nick says, should I focus on one list in multiple cities or multiple lists in one city? I don't go by city. I go by county, because cash buyers care more about county or metro market than they do per city. You should only market to places where you have cash buyers already. That would be my answer, Nick. Is Nick doing virtual? He's doing Nebraska. I don't know. I've talked to Nick plenty of times though, so I need more info on that one. Guys, it's always better to do a one-on-one. I get more context. I get more understanding, because like with Nick's question there, I get it. He's told me a sentence, but I have an eidetic memory, FYI. So when I talk to you multiple times, even if it was like a couple of years ago, if you jog my memory, the synapses in my brain will fire. I'm like, oh yeah, that's Nick. He's in Nebraska. He's trying to do this. It comes back. But James says, if I had 1,000 drawing for dollars leads handpicked, how would you market to them besides cold calling? Bruh. Reverse drive for dollars. You put the sticky note on the house. They call you. It's so much. You don't have to call. You don't have to skip trace. It costs. You reverse drive for dollars. And guess what, James? How do I reverse drive for dollars? You got to freewholesalingthinking.com. It's a free wholesaling course. Come on, man. You know this stuff. This is simple. Chevelle says, how many offers should I make a day? So there's 2 answers to this, right? And honestly, I would say you should probably make around, if you want to be as successful as possible, I would prefer you make 1,000 offers a day. That's cool. You can quote me on this. Now that's the best case scenario. Now, if you can't make 1,000 offers a day, which means you can't make about 1,000 cold calls a second, I would probably, number 2 is just make as many offers as you can. Yeah, guys, I know this. I know it's a joke, me saying that, but like, how much should I work? As much as you can. Like how many offers? You should make as many as you possibly can. It's always dependent on your marketing, how many leads you got, right? You should make an offer on every single lead you talk to. If you can qualify them, every single qualified lead, you should make an offer. That's the honest truth. If you're not making enough offers, you're not marketing enough. That's it. Get to work. AI or A1 says, so if I execute dual agency with the agent, I still open escrow at the title company, correct? If you get the contract done, yeah, you'll open the escrow. Yeah. Let's see here. Caleb, what's up, Caleb? I love Caleb. He's out there in Michigan, doing well. Haha, dude, the low balls are rough sometimes when you have good rapport with the seller and they're like, they say yes, but they like you, they say it's a tongue twister. But yeah, they get a little upset when you build a rapport. But remember, if you blame it on, I think Caleb will blame it on his girlfriend Ryan, I believe. He was on our podcast. I remember him very well. His girlfriend Ryan, he usually tag teams the appointments with. But I just blame it on Ryan. Oh, she wants it so low. Or she comped it. Or she could say Caleb had it too low. Whatever one it is. Let's see. Sage has any videos on you getting government lists? They're at freewholesaling.com, man. You know this. You know they're all in freewholesaling.com. What are you talking about? Every single type of government list in freewholesaling.com. Heck, it's even in the 30-day wholesaling challenge videos we have. So, guys, if you want to talk to me, let me pop up a StreamYard link so we can talk. I love getting a pulse on new wholesalers, the wholesaling community, everything like that. So, here's the StreamYard link. I'd love to talk to you and see how I can help you out. So, first and foremost, we got Angel here. Angel, what's up, man?
What's up?
I'm blessed, man. What's up? How can I help you out?
So yeah, I just had a quick question. So I'm virtually wholesaling in Knoxville, Tennessee. I've been there for a couple of months. Been pulling government lists. It's been successful pulling the government list, but as of recently, I've had a lot of um, restrictions. They've been wanting Tennessee residency and all of that. So it's been a lot harder trying to get lists that I normally get, like code violations and things like that. But I live locally in Pennsylvania. I live in Allentown, Pennsylvania. So I don't know if I should make the switch locally.
Yes.
Yeah?
Allentown's a great market, man. Let me make sure I got this right. Allentown, right? Let me look up Allentown. Is that by Bethlehem?
Yeah.
Wholesale there.
Okay.
Who told you shouldn't wholesale there?
Sorry? Can you say that again?
Did somebody tell you shouldn't wholesale in that area?
No, the thing is, I'm going to college in about a month. So it's going to be a lot hard because I'm going out of
What
state.
college?
Stockton University. It's in New Jersey.
Okay.
So
How
I
far
just
of a
want to
drive is
find a
that
way.
from your house?
Sorry?
How far of a drive is that from your house?
2 hours.
Okay. I would virtually wholesale in that whole area where you're at right now.
Okay, so like Allentown, Bethlehem, Easton, around that area?
Yeah. So you're going to college, and that's okay. A lot of people think I'm going to be the guy who says, quit college, bro. Do the cool. I'm not telling you to do that, right? You can be in college and you can wholesale on the side. And when you get out of college, you're going to have plenty of cash buyers, a great virtual wholesaling market, and all these great things, man. I think you should focus where you're at right now, build that up. And when you come back, you'll do well. Allentown's a great market, man.
Okay, yeah, because I was thinking of just starting driving for dollars, reverse driving for dollars, bandit signs, and then at the same time focus on government lists so that I already have kind of an understanding when I go to college.
Man, like if you lived in New Jersey, then yes, we can talk about virtual. But like I know you're gonna live in, but like stay in where you're at in PA. Eastern PA is great, man.
Okay.
It's a good area, dude.
Okay. Yeah, and I also had a question about probates. I just wanted to know, is there anything that I have to pay while doing the probate process, or is that completely free?
That's gonna be completely free for you. Now, it depends on what. Like, so the cash buyers should be paying for most of everything, and then Depends on what you're going to do. It's all about how the contract's written, but usually the probate costs will go out of the seller with the equity on the deal. But each one's different. I'm thinking about Pennsylvania specifically. I believe that's how you should do it. But you can talk to a title company and they deal with a lot of probates and they can tell you exactly how it works for a good wholesaling friendly title company in your area.
Okay. Okay. And the last question I had were about government lists. Should I be pulling them every day, every week, or every month?
I think every month is reasonable.
Okay.
I think every month it should be reasonable for you. Unless, I mean, if you can get it every day, sure. But I think every month is probably the most reasonable one. Like pulling the code violations every day, that ain't going to hurt you. But like, can you pull it every day? Would you want to go drive 30 minutes every single day to get the code valid? Probably not. Usually they come out every single month, but it's up to you, man.
Yeah. Because I just feel like the most time consuming part was the skip tracing the government leads through True People Search. I had to me and my friend, he made an app where it registers any keys that you input and it changes the speed. So it basically memorizes what you put and it just basically redoes the same actions that you did to skip trace every lead. That
That's
way,
cool,
like,
man.
it was free and it just was way more faster, but it's still time consuming. I'm just trying to find faster ways to get through skip tracing because
I mean,
every time that I
you put in your
follow,
time and money in the skip tracing, dude.
yeah,
And when it's free, you got to put the time in.
yeah, that's the only like very time consuming part that I've been
I
noticing.
know, man. That's why reverse drawing for dollars will be better currently right now. But unfortunately, you're kind of in a tough spot right here. One thing I will tell you, if you got some buddies and you want to work together while you're in college, that's locally in Allentown, Bethlehem area, you can have them reverse drive for dollars. You can just split the deal with them.
Okay, yeah,
And so like you got 4 buddies, let's say, that wants to spend 2 hours a week. That's 8 hours of reverse rank for dollars a week for a year. And you split the deal 50-50. I think that's not bad, man.
okay, yeah,
It's something to consider.
mm-hmm.
So you
Well,
don't
yeah,
spend the time skip tracing.
yeah. That's I guess that's basically it for questions. I appreciate
All right. I'm telling you, man, just think about it, right? Like you don't seem like a guy that wants to waste your time, right? Like
Yeah,
you're a busy dude. You got stuff to do. Reverse drawing for dollars is a lot more enjoyable than cold calling 5 hours a day. I've been there. I've done both.
yeah,
Putting your headphones in, listen to whatever you want, and just putting sticky notes out, you're fine. As long as you're in the right area of town, right, you should be fine. And here's
yeah,
the cool part with the culture we're in right now. A lot of kids your age, my age, they do DoorDash. It's like nobody thinks anything about it, right? People walk up the doors all the time now. Amazon, UPS, like it's not as scary as it used to be. You're fine, man. I think it'd be easy for you. So you're a guy that doesn't like wasting his time too. I know a lot of people. You go to wholesaling houses for real. They can help you out. There's like stampers you can put on the sticky notes too. So you
yeah. I've
grab
seen
like
those.
sticky
Yeah.
notes. You can like get a stamper and like stamp your stuff on there and then post it on there for your buddies too. But just think about it. I think reverse drawing for dollars would be the best one. I'm going to stop saying the word Allentown because I feel like every single time I say the word Allentown, a new wholesaler jumps into that from like Nigeria or South Africa because
Yeah.
we have a big international audience too. So I'm not going to talk about that market anymore for your own sake. But you're in a good area. I'd be going after it, man.
Okay, so just stick to marketing strategies that I can do locally, like reverse drive for dollars and stuff, and then just
Reverse trying for dollars, government lists, focus on probates, very, very hard on the probates,
yeah,
find the right title company, talking to cash buyers because you don't know good areas in Allentown, and I don't. But you can ask your cash buyers where they want to buy, and they'll tell you where you want to buy.
yeah, for sure.
All right, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, you got it, dude. Appreciate it. Oh, that's why I love talking to y'all. I'm telling you guys that I have conversations with you. I can save part of your wholesaling business. So I think he was on the wrong page there. I kind of shifted where he needed to go, and that helps him out. Nick, what's up, man? You're muted, bro. Nick, unmute yourself.
Sorry about that.
You're good,
Okay,
man.
so, but the first question that I had asked, as far as what I'm thinking is, I've gotten quite a few different lists from a lot of cities. doing like JV deals, trying to do those. Have had some luck, but I'm kind of wondering if I should focus on just like maybe 2 or 3 counties and all lists in that county, or should I just maybe focus on pick one list, like maybe fire damage or foreclosure, pre-foreclosure or something, and then just try to do like 5, 6 different cities.
So, Nick, I already answered this question.
Okay.
If you have buyers in the city, go after those cities first.
Okay. So I need to
You
find
want to market to
buyers.
where you got customers. That's
Okay.
it.
Okay. Second question, as far as cash buyers, is there a specific way that I deal with investment groups and corporations rather than actual individuals as cash buyers?
Okay. If they're legit and they buy from wholesalers, that's fine.
Okay. Okay, cool.
But if they don't buy from wholesalers or you haven't done deals with them, you got to be a little more wary, but it's not the end of the world.
Okay. Let's see. So with the probates, I sent out about 2,000 letters. I got like 18 back returned to sender. Should I keep trying to follow up with the
Do you know your
probate?
response rate?
That 18, I've only gotten like a couple of calls, and they said that they were basically just gonna give their house to their kids. So I haven't really gotten any response other than that. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna
You
have
should
to
be at least 3 to 4% on that.
yeah, and I'm not getting anything.
Okay. You signed. Did you use the letter template we have at freeholsing.com for them?
Yeah.
Sign
So
the
I'm
bottom
not,
and
I'm not
everything?
sure. I'm not sure they're just not calling me back or they're not getting opened or what. I've got 18 returned to sender out of 2,000. So
How 18 is very low.
yeah,
I mean,
I'm not sure what's going on.
I mean, 20 is 1%. You should be at
Mhm.
least 3 or 4% of like vacants or something like that.
Yeah. What should I just basically
When did you
cold
send them
call?
all out?
Huh?
When did you send them all out?
I sent the first 1,000 about back about 2 months ago.
Jeez.
The last 1,000 about a month ago.
I hate to tell you, those results were not good, so we got to try something else.
Yeah. Okay. So should I just maybe like cold call the probates or?
I would call that list and see what that result is on those 2,000.
Okay.
See what your contact rate is and all those things, and we make a decision from that. I would heavily consider, though, you not getting any good calls from that. I would consider you maybe had an error when it comes to the mail merge, but you seem like a smart guy to figure that
Well, I
out.
was using the prop stream lists. I was doing Jacksonville, Vegas, and
wait. These are letters on probates or
yeah,
prop stream lists?
Probates. Sending the letters out to probates trying to do direct mail.
So how did you use prop stream for it?
I was getting the probates and just basically either sending it to.
Well, Nick, you don't get probates off prop stream. You get pre-probate. Were you doing the pre-probates?
Sorry, my mistake. Pre-probates.
Okay, Nick. Have you seen the pre-probate video I have in freeholsing.com?
I believe so, but clearly I need to rewatch it because
you need to rewatch it before you spend all that money doing it.
Yeah.
I exclusively say pre-probates are a good marketing strategy, but they do not replace probates. You should never mail to a pre-probate.
Okay.
Because the pre-probate is just a guess off of PropStream on the obituaries with people that own property. Okay. It's not 100% like a government-issued probate case. And so I can dive into anyone's issue. Your issue here is you didn't listen to that video. You don't mail on a pre-probate. Unfortunately, that's one of the rules we have in freeholsing.com. Yeah. I thought you did pre-probates and probates are different, man.
Okay.
So yeah, that's where the issue lies.
Okay.
I only text or call. I usually only call a pre-probate.
Okay, cool. And then as far as like getting fire damage lists, do I need to are there certain, because I'm not finding much online, does a person have to contact each individual fire department? So, like, if there's 6 of them in a certain city, like say Jacksonville or whatever, do I need to contact each separate fire department to get that list?
Usually it's from the fire department is for the county. Sometimes the city has one.
Okay.
So you have to decide from there which one you want to use.
Okay. Also, as far as your JV map, are you guys adding any new states? Because are you adding any Midwestern states like Kansas?
So we're keeping the states we got currently. We
Okay.
are allowing everybody to JV with people inside of Flip the Rick Plus. So there's a little thing on there. I gotta get a head count for all of our Nebraskans in there.
Yeah.
But you can submit deals in there, and we got some nationwide people that will definitely work for you. I'm trying to get everyone inside of Flip the Rick Plus to make at least 50K this year, just JVing with everyone on the channel because I just can't.
Yeah.
I physically can't JV with the 141,000 subscribers of all 4 channels we got.
Yeah.
But I got plenty of people inside of Flip the Rick Plus. So submit the deals you have inside of that, and they'll call you. Don't send the address.
I didn't want to bother signing up for the Plus until I get stuff under contract.
You don't have to be in Plus, man. You can go in there and just submit your deal in sellmypaper.com. Do sell my paper to Flip Their Plus students.
Okay, cool. I guess that's about it. I just need to change some strategy. I gotta go pick up the girlfriend. We'll talk to you another time then. Have fun. Bye.
All right, man. Good luck. Oh, snap. He's got a hot date at 11. Whoa. He had somewhere to be. I guess he's having way more fun night than me. Jeez. Good for him. Yovani, what is up?
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm fantastic. I'm happy to be on the live. This is my first live. I've been trying to wholesale.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Wait, where are you from?
From Detroit, I would say.
Okay.
And I've been trying to wholesale since October, and I haven't been successful. I have 2 businesses that have my attention, and I had a virtual assistant, and we were doing wholesaling terribly until we found you and your dad. And even with that, I thought I was a little bit smarter by YouTubing you and your dad, and then selecting things that I felt where I was weak. And I see now that I need to revisit the wholesaling.com now that I have these months of failure under my belt, and follow being able to pick the counties that I'm going to work in, and then get my cash buyers, and then be able to pull my list. And my daughter, she's now texting for me, and then I have a virtual assistant that's going to start on Tuesday. I did get signed up for the Flip with Rick Plus, so then that way I can get my virtual assistant trained. And I want to try and finish this year out strong with being able to get something under contract. I am a licensed realtor, and I know you say don't be a licensed realtor, but I was already one.
It's okay.
And 2 of my contracts that didn't work out, wholesaling, I did list them. So put them on the MLS.
How much did you make off those?
Well, one is still on the MLS right now because they were very unrealistic and they wanted to be at a high rate. And so, and that's the same for the.
Did you say yes to their high rate though and listed
Yeah.
at that price?
Yep. I was like,
No.
yep, we can go for it. Just like you say, a realtor.
I hope
say,
they're not
"Yep,
watching
whatever."
this.
It's okay because we had the discussion that if that's what they want, they can try and get it,
Right.
and they can sit on the MLS, but it wouldn't work for wholesaling. But what I'm seeing now is that also what you said tonight, the quantity versus quality. I do have PropStream and batch leads, batch for my skip tracing, and PropStream to pull the list. I do reverse driving for dollars. I don't work in Detroit at all. I
Smart
work
woman.
in the neighboring, yeah, because it's a lot of issues in Detroit with missing parts, furnaces, hot water tanks. Who don't want to buy a
I got
whole
cash
house.
bars in Detroit. Like, I don't want to do Detroit. Give me Livonia. Give me like
Yeah,
nicer areas around,
Yeah.
Ypsilanti, like that. They tell me that
Yep.
area. I'm like, I can't even say them. I just do deal. I do deals in areas I can't even say the names.
Yeah.
But they don't want
Ypsilanti.
Detroit. They don't want a $30,000 like poop box deal. They want to get a property they buy and it's like decent. And hey,
Right.
they're our customers, right? We got to do what they say. But you're smart. At least you already know the real estate market there. You already know.
Yeah, but I'm having difficulties because this should be easy for me. My background is in sales, and I just haven't been able to land enough deals. And so I've been trying to pull government lists, and the FOIAs, they're making us pay in this area. We can't get free FOIAs. And so then I'm also I was going to the
Wayne
courthouse
County's
to
what Wayne County government agencies making you pay?
Oakland, Macomb.
Okay. And did you go in person? They said you have to pay.
Yeah. Yep. I have to go online. They direct you to go online and fill out the FOIA information. And then if you try and narrow something down, I just got a ticket of about $200. And I didn't want to pay it because I got PropStream and batch leads. And I wasn't even sure what I would get with the $200. That could have been $200 worth of crap. I don't know. So then I started doing reverse driving for dollars, putting sticky notes on doors, and I was getting a lot of renters calling back, or sometimes I would get homeowners that, just wasn't interested. Then I was also doing just regular driving for dollars and then pulling. But I'm just kind of frustrated. Um,
Let's do this, Yovani. Let's
mhm,
start because you have prop stream, so you can do this. Why don't you reverse drive for dollars pre-foreclosures and liens starting out?
okay.
Let's focus on those two. Pre-foreclosures, a ton of motivation, a lot of headaches, but a ton of motivation. And then liens have some sort of motivating factor. And let's add the delinquencies on them too. And let's focus on those three. There's no renters there. Those are homeowners. And I
Mhm.
think that should just focus on that and just reverse do it. So you can actually input that inside of the
The
PropStream app.
filters. Okay.
And then I think you can do the whole thing. And let's focus on that first.
So
And let's see how those results go. What?
on the filters, start with the pre-foreclosures or liens on PropStream.
Pre-foreclosures.
Okay. So
Don't judge the pre-foreclosure.
pre-foreclosure.
Just whatever it is, put a sticky note on it.
Okay. Okay. And then I'm gonna get a dialer again. I was using a one-line dialer.
I don't think you need a dialer, Yovani.
Okay.
Depends how many leads you got, but let's just focus on the reverse. You don't need a dialer for reverse trying for dollars.
Right. Yeah.
Trust me, I get it. The way people throw softwares at you, but I think you're good. That money
Okay.
be better used for gas.
Oh, that's for sure. Or just, trying to make sure that I have enough to skip trace.
No, I know. The reason why I'm telling you to go so hard on reverse trying for dollars right now is because these leads in the winter are going to be the leads you got to call back. And I know you ain't going to go doing this in a blizzard, okay? But you're going to have those leads there. And so the
Okay.
ugly houses you see now in the nice summer, fall time, you're going to call them back in the winter when no one can reverse drive for those. But you know that house is still ugly in the winter, and you could still do deals when no other wholesalers calling them because they kind of they don't shut. Detroit doesn't shut down in the winter, but
Mhm.
the marketing output from wholesalers go down. So if you have an ugly house you already know and you're following up with them in the winter, and it's really hard to figure them out when it's snowing like crazy out there, you can go back and actually do deals during that time too. So that's why I'm saying you should go hard on this lead right now. Then we can go in a more government list in the winter when it's harder to drive for dollars and reverse drive for dollars. It's very seasonable where you're at there. So that's why I'm saying let's go hard on the reverse driving for dollars now because we can follow up with those later on when it's harder to do it.
Okay. And then and so then after that, let's see here. I have a few people that I need to follow up with as well, that I spoke to from my daughter doing text blasts. And what I'm providing with a lowball offer how many times should I try and follow up with the person? Is it 7 touches?
As many times until you get that appointment.
Okay. Okay.
When's a good time for me to go by and see the house? Remember,
Okay.
I know I like to talk bad about realtors, right? But like, you could still do both of them, and you've made money by doing this. So you are very rare where you know how to stop yourself from trying to have that realtor syndrome, and you know how to make money and how to make it as a wholesaler, and you know how to walk that line. So yes, you're fine, right? You're already a realtor. It's probably worse to even take the hat off because you're making money at least with it, and we got to put food on the table. You're good enough walking that line, and if you can keep walking that line the right way, go on the appointment. Go on as many appointments as you can, because even if
Okay.
it's not a deal, you can try to get a listing or something. I make
Right.
my acquisitions people do that. I force them to go on appointments because I say that they don't like it, but it makes money no matter what they do, and I think that's what you probably should do.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Cash offer first, create a finance listing. That's the 3 like steps we do.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Zach.
Of course. All right, come back next week and let me know how many reverse trying for dollar sticky notes you put out, how many calls you got back, and if you got any offers or appointments from it. All right.
All right, thank
Have
you.
you done the pre-foreclosures for reverse trying for dollars yet?
No, I just
All right. Let's
I've
try
done
that
the
one out. I
driving
think,
for dollars, and then I've done the reverse driving for dollars where I go out there and put the sticky notes. Yeah, I've done
yeah.
almost all of the stuff, but I haven't gone in the freewholesaling.com order. I've kind of
Let's
bounced
try the
around.
pre-foreclosures. I think you're gonna get good results. I'm hoping.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
All right. Appreciate it. Boom. All right. Next here we got Jay.
Hey, what's up, Zach? How you doing?
I'm blessed, man. What's up? How can I help you out?
All right. So I need some feedback on what you think. I kind of already have a feeling, but I just want to hear what you got to say. I got this seller. I originally called him off for driving for dollars leads, and it was a distressed property. It was bad. So it turns out that he owns 4 properties. They're all lined up next door to each other, and one's a vacant lot, 2 are duplexes, and another one is a single family home. And so he sold 2 houses last year. He's like an older landlord. He's in his 70s. So he's kind of cash heavy right now. So he's not pressed for cash, but his motivation is more in his age. And he doesn't like upkeeping with these properties. Like that's why they're very low in condition. The reason he's tempted to sell because of that. The only thing is his tenants are actually in those 4 or 3 properties, because one is vacant. They're really good. They pay him. They're on month to month. He gets good rent, especially because the rent just went up because of inflation. So he's not necessarily motivated, but he's turned down. He almost sold last year for 1.1. A developer reached out to him, gave him an offer. He told me he would be inclined to sell if he got like a decent price, but he's also not really caring to list it with any realtors or deal with tenant turnover or anything like that. So I could keep following up with him until he has more motivation, but he's kind of cash heavy. He has kids. One kind of motivating factor is he knows when he passes down the properties. He has a big feeling that his kids are going to sell them for too low because they just want to enjoy the money. So he is considering just kind of liquidating for them. So I guess my question to you is, based off what I told you, and I built good rapport with this guy, do you think I should just keep following up, or do you think I should just throw an offer and see what happens? I mean, I could always follow up even if it's a no, if it doesn't work.
I mean, if you're asking me, should I go see the guy or not? I'd always lean towards seeing the person, right? In person's always different than just over the phone. Completely different.
Mm-hmm.
So I would lean towards just meeting the guy, just seeing the house, seeing what we can do, right? Now, would I personally go on that appointment? If I can't get him on a rough ballpark and then go down even further from there in person than the ballpark, no. So I tried. So let's look at this. If I know of a cash buyer at 900 on that deal, let's use that for an example. I'll try to see if he'll do $1 million. He'll go from 1.1 to $1 million. Okay, he'll do that. Then I'm going to try to go from $1 million to like 850 to make 50 on the deal, right? If he won't at least go down a little bit, and then in person I bring him down even more because I saw the house. Oh my gosh, so bad.
Right.
And so I would try to get him down by at least 10% extra, or figure out what your MAO is. And if he won't go down even over the phone, he won't go down in person anymore, and you waste your time, right? You can't make lemonade out of oranges. And so if someone just doesn't want to sell for a discount, you're not going to force them to. This is not the business where we do that.
Yeah.
So and he's got to, you know how this business works, man. Jay, we've talked about this a million times. You just got to get the contract below the MAO.
Right.
You got to get below what a cash buyer is willing to pay it, and then you make the difference in between that. If he wants to sell it above the MAO, there's no money unless you do a creative finance deal. So try to see if he'll go down a little bit over the phone. And then if he will, go in person, try to hammer something out. He's smart enough to do it in person too. So that's what I think.
Yeah. So I tried to see if he was willing to set an appointment. And the thing is he's been a landlord for years. So he's owned those properties specifically. I think he said about 30 years, more or less. I'm not sure. I'd have to double check to confirm, so don't quote me on it. But he's been in the industry for a while. He's an older landlord. He learned once upon a time ago where he had tenants come in to look at a property to rent. He said, "Oh, why are you looking to move here?" And he said that they responded saying that the seller or the homeowner where they were renting at was showing the property and they were having to move. So he's afraid because his tenants are so good to walk the property, so he really doesn't want to walk the property. The best thing I could do is maybe meet him at the property, not have to go inside and spook the tenants, just so he can kind of see the physical distress.
You got to see the houses, man. I mean, I know he's scared, but like, I ain't gonna buy a house if you ain't showing me what it is, right?
Yeah, I know. I still got to see the insides. I'm just assuming. So I did ask him to, be straight up with me, and this was after building rapport. So I'll be honest, I spent like an hour and a half on the phone with him building rapport because he's a talker. But I figured 4 properties, it's worth the extra time if I can get something to go from it. So the reason he didn't take the 1.1 last year was because it was on finance. It wasn't straight cash. So I'd have to go over the numbers just because I was questioning the motivation, so I didn't want to waste the time on it. But the relationship's there, but I'll be honest, Zach, he's trying to get 400 a piece, which I think is too high. So he's trying to get.
Jet, we can debate this all day. Figure out what your MAO is. If he's not going to go down on that level, don't even meet him at the house.
Okay, that makes sense.
You can't make lemonade out of oranges, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not here to force someone to go with my offer. Either it works or it doesn't.
Yeah, I'm not attached to it. I just figured I'd get
try to get him down a little, push him a little over the phone. And if he won't do it, then there's no point even going to the appointment. All right.
Okay. So I know we also spoke about the code violations in my county. And so I tried to do the trick you told me by just uploading the list and into like PropStream or Deal Machine. I tried both. I even got the 7-day free trial because the reason it didn't work was because it gave me the address, it gave me the city, it gave me the state, but it didn't give me any zip codes. So when I import it, it's coming up as 0. So
contact customer support.
Say it again.
It works. Just contact the customer support. They'll help you out. If they don't, message me and I'll give you an email or a number to call.
Okay. Perfect then. Because
I've already told you, every single person has a problem inside any of the softwares that tell you. They all personally try to help me out the most possible because they want me to keep talking about their software. So like everyone that has a problem with smsact.com, I give them the top customer service person because the owners want to make sure they're taken care of or I'll have a problem. And they don't want me to have problems with them. So message me inside of Flipboard Plus. I'll get you contacts, but contact their customer support first. If that doesn't help, I'll rise anything above for you. All right.
Perfect. I can do that.
I just have one. Do it all day, every day, man. Trust me. You can import leads easily.
Yeah, I got to take advantage of the code violation because it's kind of my strategy of starting off. But I did have one quick question. It was Yeah, I just wanted to see your perspective of what do you think of these homes that are being pre-built and sold like by people like Home Depot? What do you think about that?
Like those?
Yeah, like I'm not saying to wholesale them, but just in the industry in general, what is your opinion on
I
it?
mean, there's a price to them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But prefab houses are definitely going to be a lot different. The
Mm-hmm.
best difference between a prefab house is probably a modular home. And I wholesale modular homes all the time, dude. They
Oh,
don't
okay.
they don't usually last too long. Actually, no. I own actually a lot of modular houses, like manufactured houses. They're
Mm-hmm.
like 25 years old. So I stand corrected. In Florida, hurricanes, all this stuff. They were just worth less. But
Yeah.
here's the most important part about those houses, man. You know what it is? I only care
What?
about one thing. Is the land owned underneath it or not? That's it.
Mm.
We talk about real estate. Prefab houses aren't technically real estate. The biggest prefab house person that Elon Musk is actually promoting ended up being sorry, I can't say it's that because it's theoretically pending lawsuits, but they just got busted. That's all I can say. So
Yeah, I know
they're
what company you're
gone.
talking about.
They're all a little too hyped up. They're just modular homes. You know, that's the problem. A real estate house that actually will last, worth money, they can insure and all these things. You
Yeah.
need people to build the concrete, the foundation, the rebar, all these things. The modular homes they're like those manufactured houses. If the land's underneath it and it can cash flow, I love it. I own a lot of manufactured houses. I don't think a lot of people know that. They get me thousands of dollars a month, man. It's crazy. I have one renting out right now, $1,500 a month. I bought it for 70 grand. It's insane. I love it.
That wasn't in Florida, was it?
It's in Florida.
Oh,
Florida all day, man.
okay, shoot.
Now it's like an hour from my house. It's a little cheaper area, but
Yeah.
you cash flow. Bro, I own the land. I cash flow it all day. That's the point, man.
Okay. Well, I appreciate it, Zach. Thanks.
Of course, man. Bro, if the land is owned underneath it, you can make money. You can make money off of vacant land. As long as land is owned, you can make money off of it. But when you get stuff like, oh, I have to pay lot rent and I'm in a trailer park, that's the problems you got.
Got you.
All right, man.
All right. I appreciate it, Zach.
All right, appreciate it. All right, cool, man. And then last year we got Ramel.
Yo, what's going on, Zach? Can you hear me?
I'm blessed, man. What's up? How can I help you out?
So, I don't know if you remember me, but we talked about a year and a half ago. And during that, when I did talk to you, I had only did like a couple of deals and yeah, gave me some advice. So, I do want to say I've had a lot of success since that last conversation me and you had on this live stream. Here's the check right here for $18,000 that I just closed, and I just recently closed another deal for like 10 grand, like a week or two ago. So I wanted to come on here and say to tell everybody like it works. Everything you say works. If you don't put in the work, if you don't make the calls, that's all on you. It's as simple as that. And what's crazy is that I do it part-time. So it's like if I can do this part-time doing all the other stuff that I do, you guys will be able to do it. You just gotta have a little bit of patience. And it's as simple as that. Listen to Zach, listen to his dad. Everything works. They're the only channel I really watch, to be honest. So and that's all I really wanted to say, to get on and say. Just thank you. And I appreciate everything that you post and stuff. So,
bro, I love that, man. Do you want $50,000 from me?
Do I want 50,000?
You want 50 grand from me? Yes or no? The answer is yes. You want 50,000?
Yes.
You want an extra? Would you want an extra $50,000 this year? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What you need to do is DM me on Instagram. I'll put you on my podcast, and we'll shout you out at the end. And people send you JV deals. The average person on my podcast makes around $40,000, $50,000 in JV deals from just being on the podcast. Why do you think I go on these live streams so much? Because I love helping people out, but people send me JV deals and make a ton of money. Bro, it's crazy.
That is crazy.
You already have established buyers, right?
Yeah.
They'll come in, like you don't have to cold call these leads. You don't have to text them. They got the deals, they just can't sell the deal. And you connect your buyer, you get half the deal. Boom. Now, there's only one thing you need from it. You just can't be a scumbag of a wholesaler, and you can't steal a deal or do something scummy, because then I'll cut you off. But I think you're a nice guy, and you should be trusting, hopefully. But the only thing I need is you got to send me HUDs. If you send me HUDs, show that you're legit and those are real checks, because I'm not a faker. Every podcast is fake HUDs. I show real HUDs. I'll put you on. People trust that you're a legit wholesaler. They'll do JV deals with you. You'll probably make around 50 grand in JV deals. It's a win-win for everyone.
It sounds good to me.
So DM me. I'm at Flip with Zach on Instagram. I'm verified. It's all that stuff. It's easy to find. DM me. I talk to you Sunday, Zach. Let's do a podcast. I'll set a time up. We'll do a podcast. We'll post it. You'll make money. I'll make money. It'll be a whole awesome thing. All right?
Sounds good.
Trust me, I want to sit down with you for like 45 minutes and break down your whole story, the whole thing and everything, but I can't do it justice right now.
Right.
You need to sit down, look at your HUDs, go through it, think about it, and then ask you the right questions. Let's do a podcast, man. It'll make you money. It'll be cool for the community. And I think it'll be overall awesome for everyone. Also, FYI, I'm dropping an insane podcast tomorrow. I think someone making 200 grand last year, virtual wholesaling. I broke down the HUDs and everything. You guys are going to like that. But that's on the Flip the Brick YouTube channel. So I'm trying to get more podcasts out from people that actually show HUDs. So I'm excited, man. That's awesome, dude. I love seeing the check there, man. And
it all came from driving for dollars. Literally, and that's the crazy thing.
I have so many questions I need to ask you for it. DM me on Instagram. We'll set a time up next week. We'll do a podcast. All right?
All right.
I love it, man. You're inspiring, dude.
Thanks. I appreciate it, man.
I think everyone in the comments wants to ask you stuff, but it would be cool, man. Get thousands and thousands of views, and it'd be really cool. So that's awesome, man. I love to see it, dude. You know, all the glory goes to you. I always say that, man. You put in the work, you put in the dedication, you put the blood, sweat, and tears in. I wasn't cold calling for you. I wasn't texting. I wasn't trying for dollars. I wasn't in the car for you. It was you. And so you should pat yourself on the back, not me.
I appreciate that.
I only tell you what to do. I only guide you, right? But you're the superhero on the journey. I'm like the sensei that kind of shows you what to do, but you're the hero that beats up all the villains and does the cool part, okay?
Yeah.
Don't go be like, oh, you're the guy. No, I ain't the guy, okay? I can just guide you and coach you on it.
You did. You guided me, man. Like the things that bro, I've learned a lot from your channel. I kid you not. I started out watching like the big YouTube channels, and then I seen you as a video like how to get 250 cash buyers from Facebook in like 30 minutes. And I'm gonna be totally honest. I watched the video. I was like, "There's no way in hell this dude wholesales. Like, there's no way you wholesale."
Oh yeah, I get it.
And that was like when you first like was starting to put out content a lot too. I was like, "There's no way, no way." And then I started watching. I'm like, "Dude, he knows what he's talking about."
Bro, I did make $1 million in assignment fees before I even started a YouTube video. I had to like do it before I even did a video. I put it for 7 years, man. No, I don't think people get it, man. I need to do one Instagram post. I didn't want to share anything. I wanted just to make my own money before I did it. And you follow what I did, man. I'm telling you, it worked. Was any of it from reverse drawing for dollars?
So it's crazy. I did. It was all driving for dollars. Like driving for dollars. Because I did. And it's kind of funny because the last person that you was talking to was about the DoorDash thing. So years ago, I used to DoorDash, and I was like, dude, this is like the same as driving for dollars.
You get paid a lot more doing one though. I
was like, dude, I just drove for dollars, and all of them came from driving for dollars, literally. Like I do got notes that I post. Like I can't flip the camera, but. Like leads that I've talked to from driving for dollars, I literally post them up and I follow because you told me the key is follow up. You gotta follow up all the time. And one of my problems was actually like keeping up with the ones that was actually motivated because I was going through them just calling.
It's hard work, man.
And you just figure out ways. Like I took bits and pieces of things that you would say, and I'm like, okay, I can implement this. It helped me out on what I do, which was driving for dollars. And everything works, man. Everything worked.
Dude, I love it. DM me on Instagram, and I will get back to you. You send me the HUDs, show you're legit. I always have to do that, but I mean, I don't think you're scared of it. You're fine. and I'll get on the podcast, get your 50 grand. All right.
Bet. Sounds
See,
good.
hey, there's a reward for going on here, you know? So I appreciate it, man. You're inspiring. I want to really ask you so many questions, and I want to do a full hour plus on this because I think that people want to hear that. All right. And that'll be exciting. So go DM me. We'll get it. There's a lot of people in the comments that already love it. I know it's been amazing. Maybe one of the best podcasts ever. So do that, man. At Flip with Zach, you know how to do it. And I like it, man. Appreciate it, dude. You get me excited. I can't even go to sleep tonight. I'm jacked up.
Dude, it's
Dude, I get people sending me checks every single day, but hearing somebody's story and seeing someone on a video showing the check, just it's exciting.
Crazy,
man.
bro. Like bro, I kid you not. I sit here, like literally, I was looking like, dude, I really just did 20 grand in a month. And it came from literally just calling people. Like, here goes the other one. So 1 month I did 20 grand, like I told you. It was like this 18 grand one, and then it was this it was a small 1,500 one. I kind of got screwed over on this. The buyer, it was a shady buyer, and she knew the situation I was in, so she walked me down on the prior to closing. She knew we were supposed to close, and she's like, "No, I can only do 31,000." But she signed the assignment for like 38 or whatever, and she just walked me down. Just bad experience. But I was still happy because I was like, dude, I did 20,000 in a month from
Bro, let's do it on a podcast, man. I want to hear your wins, your losses, how people can avoid it, how people can do the same thing, and all of it.
Man.
So let's do it, man. DM me. We'll get a podcast going. All right.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Appreciate it, man. See you later. I'll see you next week, actually. So I'll get a podcast going, man. Appreciate it, dude. Oh, guys, if that's not exciting, if that's not inspiring, I don't know what else is, man. I love seeing that stuff. I'm telling you, you just got to show up, listen to the content I say, actually leads to results. I know people watch me like, oh, who's this kid screaming? What is he? 7 years in the game, 2,000 plus wholesaling deals. I get results. I show people like him what to do, and I can help you do the same thing, guys. Go to freewholesaling.com. It's my free wholesaling course. That's how you start it. You go to freewholesaling.com. You go to the channel. You subscribe. You'll get it going. Love it. So, guys, appreciate it. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, go to freewholesaling.com, and we'll see you soon. This is Zach Ginn signing out. Make more offers.